I bought the agent program because I was sick of being in court and being burned out.
I was at a time in my practice when it was just things were kind of slowing up, and I was a little disappointed with the practice of law. I had basically a trial practice, and I was looking for something different.
So I found out about the tax agent program, actually just Jack's initial program for the tax niche. I think it was August of '06. I got the mailing and read it, was very interested in it, a little bit skeptical because, you know, it's a lot of money, or it seemed like a lot of money at the time. But then I saw that it was guaranteed, and I just, something about it, I just felt good about it.
For years and years, almost a decade, I was a personal injury lawyer with a pretty large practice. And for different reasons, divorce and the nature of the PI business, I kind of got out of it. Took a year or two off to fight my divorce. And when I decided I want to get back into the practice of law, I wanted something that would give me the flexibility to take care of my kids, the ability to generate cash flow fairly quickly. And when I looked into the U.S. tax agent program, I kind of saw those ingredients for that recipe there.
So I looked at the price of it, and I kind of wanted to make a commitment towards something. And so I knew if I spent the money, I was, all chips in. And that's really what has happened since December 2007. I put all my chips in, and we're moving along. So
I purchased the program. Took a few months to really start implementing it. I didn't jump in wholeheartedly. But by the end of the year, I just kind of played around with some of them. I wasn't even doing it exactly right, but I started using some of those techniques. And in December of all months, which is supposed to be a terribly slow month, I got a couple of clients, and I wasn't even really trying to. And so I was like, okay, I need to take this seriously, really start implementing these techniques that Jack had.
Well, I had started out with the titanium program, so I had dabbled in it, and I saw the potential, and I mean, I don't know if I was first or not, but I'm sure I was one of the very, very beginning, because I was excited when Jack, when he offered this agent program, because I wanted more, and I could see the potential.
And now I guess about a year and a half into it, it's all kind of falling into place. The support is there, the cash flow is there. We're growing every month, and it's wonderful.
Right when I started straight out of law school, I was working for an attorney, making $10 an hour, and had my practice on the side. I made $15,000 whole dollars my first year. It took me 5 years to finally build that practice up to where I made over $100,000, and that was right before I started the agent program. I'm looking for that to be a good month now, so things have changed just a bit, and here I'm only a year into it.
And I really was interested in it. It looked great. I love the idea of the marketing materials and the constant support. And so I just had to really sit back and do a cost-benefit analysis. Okay, this seems like a lot of money, but compared to what it's going to bring to my practice, is it really? And once I did that analysis, it was a no-brainer. I did it, and it's been a great thing for my practice.
My practice is completely different, because I was I had a trial practice before. And I mean, I haven't been to court now in, I don't know, 4 months or something. It's been a while. And I don't have any court, I used to have a big board in my office with all my trials on it in 3 or 4 months. And I took my board down the other day because there was absolutely nothing on it.
I absolutely did not enjoy practicing law at all. I was starting other businesses trying to find a way out. And the agent program, and I've told a lot of people this before, it was like I was just reborn again in the law practice. And it's like, this is why I did this. This is why I went to law school. Was to be able to have a business like this.
I focus on my tax and one other area that I do. So it's been great because it's made money. It's been a positive experience. You don't go to court. You deal with the IRS, obviously, but it's not the same thing. It's usually you're waiting on them for the most part. And so the things you do are pretty much the same. Once you do this a little while, you don't encounter something that you don't know what to do. It's very rare that you run into that. So there's that certainty in how to deal with the problem. The joy that you get out of helping people, because they really are at their wits' end by the time they come to see you. And so you really feel good about helping those people, guiding them, And so it's good for you, it's good for them, it's a win-win. So it's been a great thing.
I think in the 10 years of my PI practice, very seldom did we ever have a happy client. They always wanted more money, never thought they got enough, were never happy with settlements or trial verdicts. And in the short time I've been doing this, with a handful of cases that we have closed, everybody is extremely grateful, and that is a rewarding feeling.
The beauty of this practice is you get to work with the greatest people on earth. These clients are phenomenal. They absolutely, they love us. They love me, they love my staff. They're so grateful for helping them with this terrible problem that they're having. And they're some of the most, and they come from every walk of life. You get to talk to people and deal with people from every single walk of life. And you know, for me, that's fun. I enjoy this.
One day in the morning, I had a consultation with a pastor. And then in the afternoon, I had a consultation with a mobster. And both guys are telling me their life story right there. And it's just such a position of honor. And they're really looking for some help. And they're, you know, both people have real problems and families, and they're trying to do the right thing. And that I have the ability to help them out, it just feels wonderful. And the fact that we do help them out. And just knowing that I'm actually doing some good with my law degree, and just not this sort of futile spinning of the wheels that civil litigation tends to be.
My past law clients never seemed to be happy with the results. They were never happy with the amount of money we got them in an injury case. It's the complete opposite in this niche. 9 out of 10 of my clients will write a testimonial saying how happy they are, how they can sleep at night, how we saved their marriage, as well as solving their IRS problems. So it's really a lot more rewarding as far as the type of practice of law.
I'll tell you, the one thing I just told the story that I told a good friend of mine about this. The one thing about IRS clients, which I didn't have before because I represented mostly defense work and insurance companies and car companies and things like that, you really get to help people. And it's people, it's not a company. Some of them do own companies, but it's still the person who owns the company. You know, and just that feel, I mean, that's kind of why, I mean, not to get too but that's really why we all went to law school. A lot of us was to help people. And that's what, you know, in the IRS practice we get to do that. And it's direct, it's immediate for those people, and just to see them when, you know, just the relief that they feel. It's very rewarding, a lot more rewarding than doing what I was doing before. For
the most part, they appreciate you and are just happy that you're taking this problem off their hands. You know, they just want to bring you everything, and I've literally had them say, hey, I'm just going to write you a check and leave this on your desk, and you tell me how it turns out. Because they just don't want to deal with them. They don't want to talk to them on the phone because they do bully them sometimes. They do kind of intimidate them, and that's their jobs, but it's just they don't know how to deal with that, and it just feels so good to them to know that you're going to take care of that. For instance, I had a client the other day, a revenue officer, he knew I was on the account, but he was a new guy, and he thought, well, it'll be fun just to run. He called me, I'm in a meeting. He's like, well, since I couldn't get on the phone, I'm just going to run by there. Well, I clouded up on that guy, I was like, are you out of your mind? And my client was just so grateful that I stood up for him, and that I was there, and that I didn't let them do something that they weren't supposed to do, and that somebody's there to kind of stand up for them because they're alone otherwise.
And now we have some very, very grateful ones. And they're the ones who refer you clients, and they're the ones who refer you really good clients. And you don't even have to sell yourself during the consultation. You just want to get information about the client to just solve their case, because you know you can.
Everybody has really good things to say when we're done with the representation. In my 10-year PI practice, we never got one testimonial letter from clients, and now I don't want to say they're pouring in, but they're coming in on a regular basis, so it's a nice feeling.
These clients are more grateful to you and have a higher loyalty than probably most of your other clients. That's certainly true.
It was like last year, at least once or twice a week, I'd go home and look at my wife and go, can you even believe this? I mean, this doesn't even, I do in one day what I used to do in a whole month.
It's allowed me to start the business with very little input of capital. Cash flow starts generating fairly quickly, which is nice.
I've turned down work and gotten to the point where I've told my old defense clients that I'm not taking any more new files. So, and those are dwindling. So it's now, I mean, to use the term, all chips are in now because I'm committed.
Over the past year, as a part of the agent program with all the marketing materials and the resources, It's helped me double and then double again and double again, and it's at a good point now, a profitable point. But I'm not done yet. I can see it increasing steadily for years to come.
The cash flow is, the cash flow is incredible. Even in the 8 months, we're seeing some of the things paying off. That we're establishing ourselves as the experts in the community. And when clients come in and they've heard all these things about us from professionals that I might not have met before, but they're recommending us.
When we first started, it was just with the titanium program, and it was limited. I mean, it's not like starting any business.
Right.
You know, 1 case comes in, 2 case comes in. But when I look at it over the past 24 months and the past year in the agent program, you can really see how it's just steadily increased.
Great.
The number of cases now are at a point where there is a nice profit every month, and I still keep getting good ideas at these conferences where we can still grow that.
In the 9 months, I had never had an employee before, and now I have 3. And everyone loves their job.
But really, I mean, it's completely changed, which without a trial practice, the office practice we have now, that completely changed my lifestyle. I mean, I do, and I have a large family, so it enables me to spend a lot more time with my family, which I enjoy.
I have a pretty good lifestyle. I have a lot of fun. It's been, since I started this, it's been incredible. There's so much area for personal and professional growth here.
It gives me a lot of flexibility. As a single dad with 2 young boys, it allows me to leave the office every day at 2 o'clock and pick them up. It's just, there's a lot of flexibility in this niche, and I'm very glad I made the decision to enter it.
That's given us the ability to be able to do a lot of things that previously we weren't capable of doing, as far as free time that I have now, that I can spend with my wife, spend doing the things that I love to do. I'm a big outdoors person, and I've been able to do some things in the last year that I never would have been capable of doing before.
The money's great, and that helps you in a lot of ways, for your family, as far as travel, and it gives you a little bit more free time if you have a good admin that can do the things you need to do. I basically, for the most part, I don't do anything I don't want to do, and that's a good thing to say about your profession. I just don't. If I don't want to do it, I don't do it. And if I don't feel good about a client, I don't take them, because I don't have to, because I've got other clients that are going to want me and I'm going to want them. So it just gives you a level of flexibility, and that's what I went to law school for.
I saw the potential.
Yeah, I'm going to stay in this niche.
I can't wait to go to the office.
And so it's good for you, it's good for them, it's a win-win.
And I really think if it wasn't for the tax agent program, I don't think I'd be practicing law anymore. I just couldn't do it.